Hey guys, so today we are going to be making our very own DIY Rubik's Cube. So we're going to personalize the Rubik's Cube with our very own photos, and it's going to be awesome and unique. So let's get started. So for our supplies, we're going to first need our Rubik's Cube, of course, and we're going to need our photos. These are the 4x6 by Free Prints. They're free from Free Prints. So we have our 4x6 and our 5x5 photos, but you can really use any size photos of your choice because we're just gonna cut them out anyway to fit onto our Rubik's Cube. And we're also gonna need our X-Acto knife and our cutting board and our hot glue gun. Lastly, we're gonna need our ruler and our pencil. So step one, we're gonna choose which photos are gonna be on the Rubik's Cube. So want to make sure that your subject matter in the photo fits the square. So this one might be a little bit too big. So sometimes I like to use, if a photo is perfect width-wise and length-wise, it happens to fit in between two sides, the length of two sides of the square, then I like to just cut that entire portion and then use the two sides and have the seam connected. So what I like to do is actually start making creases on the photograph itself so that we get like a general shape going, and then start marking the corners with your pencil, and then straighten it out. We can get our ruler and start connecting the lines. So now that we've traced out our square, we are going to use our X-Acto knife and start cutting it out. All right, so now that we have our photo cut to size, we are going to flip it on its back side, and then we are going to add more lines, and we are going to follow the shape of the Rubik's Cube blocks. So the divots where you can actually feel them and see the edge, like that. Just gonna pop, pop, pop. And then, now that we have our indication dots, we are going to connect the dots once more to create that grid. And if you mess up, it's okay because it's only the back of the photo. No one's gonna know. All right, so we've drawn the lines now. These lines just really help to stay exact in our measurements and our lines, just to make it all precise and neat. So what I also like to do on the back side is order the squares, just so that if they get shuffled up, we'll know exactly which direction they're supposed to go and which order. So that's a little tip to help any confusion. So because the Rubik's Cube has natural spacing in between, you might have to just like go ahead and make sure it fits properly. And if it doesn't, if it's a little bit too big, just cut out a little bit on the corners. But we're basically going to line up our puzzle to make sure everything fits. So now that we've cut away all the little edges of each square of the photo and placed them exactly where they're gonna be, we're gonna get our hot glue gun and start gluing. We are just going to be doing a little dab, just a baby little dot on each one. You really don't need a lot. because over top of this, we're gonna be adding Mod Podge, which is another adhesive, and it's gonna help seal everything in anyway. So you just need the littlest bit of glue on each square, and after each time you pull away, swirling the glue gun like that kind of helps. And in the instance that these little squares happen to flip around and you don't know which orientation they're supposed to be facing, that's why we've indicated on each little square on the back to help us know which direction each square faces and exactly where they go. And voila! All laid down and ready to be sealed with some Mod Podge. So now that we've covered one side, we're gonna go ahead and cover the remaining sides of our Rubik's Cube. And once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and cover the entire thing with some Mod Podge. You can either do glitter or matte Mod Podge, but that's just gonna help seal in everything and make it look nice and neat. So this is a Rubik's Cube that's completely finished with a Mod Podge with a matte finish. So you can see all the little images have a nice matte finish, and they're all on there and they're not coming off. So I haven't completed the other sides of the Rubik's Cube, but just to show you the Mod Podging, I am going to start applying some glitter Mod Podge to the entire Rubik's Cube. And normally you would do this for all the sides. Just apply and seal those images in. So whatever Mod Podge you use, that's gonna give it the overall finish or effect. And you can really get creative with it. You can get glossy Mod Podge, matte Mod Podge. This one's a sparkle finish, so it's gonna look really pretty and sparkly and festive. And then with your brush, you also wanna get a brush that's pretty tiny, like this, just so that you can get into the crevices and really clean up those edges of each square. And if you see any flaps that are coming up, just put a little extra Mod Podge there just to seal it down. This Mod Podge acts as a glue too. It's a very versatile product that we love. All right, so now that we have applied Mod Podge all over the side, we're gonna let it dry overnight, and the glitter or the whiteness of it will be drying down clear so that you'll be able to see your image clearly with a glaze of glitter. So this is a completed Rubik's Cube that we've let dry overnight with some matte Mod Podge. So you can see all the photos have a nice matte finish to it. And because we let it dry overnight and I've not touched it since, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my X-Acto knife and go over each of the squares on the edges to cut away at some of the glue that might still be in between, just so that we have a functional Rubik's Cube that can slide easily, and just really clean up those edges. So now that we've cleaned up some of the glue that was in between, we have a fully functioning Rubik's Cube. I hope you guys enjoy this DIY tutorial on how to make your very own personalized Rubik's Cube. This is so much fun to make, and you really just get so personal with every aspect of the Rubik's Cube, and it makes such a great gift for any puzzle lover. So I really hope you guys try this out for yourselves. And if you do, please leave a comment down below and let me know how it went. And yeah, let me know what kind of photos you used, and if your Rubik's Cube has a theme or if it was a gift. I'm curious to know. So if you want to watch more videos, click on any of these videos to the left right here. We have so many videos and many craft projects for you to try out. Stay crafty. Bye.